Well, so I had started just, no matter who it was, just matching with them because I'm like, just, I have,
Desperate?
okay. I told myself I wasn't going to do any of the dating apps until I got to a certain weight. But then yesterday, I don't know what it was. I was just like, let me just try. So I can't download Bumble. I can't do OkCupid. So I tried Hinge. Okay, so it's this guy I match with. And he's one of those financial bros that live in Charlotte. Like, ugh, first of all, but whatever. I'll give him, you know, I don't want to judge him. I should have, but I don't want to.
The
And
more I listen to women talk, is the more I understand the mindset of the female nature. Now, in this video, I want you to just watch this girl talking about her experience with, I think it's Bumble, where she states that she wasn't going to start dating again until she reached a certain weight. I don't know her personally, but that to me means like she's overweight and she doesn't feel comfortable dating just yet. But she said, you know what, I'll give it a go. She matched with a guy from Charlotte. Now, I don't live in America and I don't need to live in America to understand this girl is, I'm not going to use that word actually, but she matched with a guy in Charlotte. He's into finances, financial sector, and because he's into finances, he's a bro. He's not very good, basically, is what she's trying to say. But remember, she said she wasn't going to start dating until she reached a certain weight. Let's continue.
we're talking. He's like, hang out. He said something about hanging out. I was like, yeah, that'd be really cool if we could. I said like, oh, my cactus is okay. Hang out, and I said something like, yeah, it would be cool if we could. If you can take me out, something like that. And he's like, take you out, and I was like, well, yeah, like this is a dating app. I'm not, planning to like go to your apartment and hang out on your couch and watch Netflix. Like that's not. And he's like, well, what? I was like, oh, I'm very traditional. That means that like, I believe that the man is the leader. I'm abstinent. Blah blah blah. And he was like, well, what does traditional mean to you? And I was like, I just said it. And he was like, well, I mean, flush it out. And I was like, okay, but I feel like you're like, are you trying to get me to say something? It was just so weird. And then he was like, well, you say a date, like what are you expecting for a date? And I was like, you would pick a nice place and we'd go there. And he was like, and then who would pay? And I said, well, if it's a date, you would pay. And then I'm waiting and waiting. He unmatched with me.
So this guy has said to her that, yeah, okay, let's hang out. Now, hang out could mean so many different things. She's took it upon herself that hang out means come round, Netflix and chill. That's not what he stated. He said, let's hang out. And then she's turned it on to, oh yeah, you can take me out for a date. Number one, let's go back to the start. She said she wasn't going to start dating until she's at a certain weight. It sounds to me like this girl is just online looking for a date for somebody to just feed her. Now this guy, yeah, fair enough, he's a financial bro, he's got money. But why does he have to feed you? None of you know each other. Hang out means get to know each other. So, it doesn't mean, hang out doesn't mean I'm going to take you out on a date and I'm going to spend money on you and I'm going to feed you. It just means that hang out, we're both going to meet up. It doesn't matter what we're doing. The aim is to get to know each other. But this girl's looking for somebody to just feed her. She says she's traditional, but she's on a dating website. I don't know. Let's continue.
I feel
like you wasted your time talking with him, however much you did.
It was, yeah, I did.
It was match.
Maybe an hour. So I had started just, no matter who it was, just matching with them, because I'm like, just...
Desperate?
Oh, well, you can't make this shit up.
I feel like you wasted your time talking with him, however much you did.
It was, yeah, I did.
It was match.
Maybe an hour. So I had started just, no matter who it was, just matching with them, because I'm like, just...
Desperate?
Her friend just called her out and said she was desperate, and she tried to just carry on, but you know it touched her, and that's what I like to see. I like to see, the friends of these women call your friend out. If your friend's talking shit, call her out. There's nothing wrong with that. If my friend comes to see me and he's talking all this stuff about a girl, I call him out. So at the end of the day, she's on a dating website. She shouldn't really be on it because she's got low self-esteem. She's not confident with herself, but she wants to switch it around and make it out like it's the man that's the bad guy because he's not going to take her out and spend money on her, and he's a financial bro, and oh, don't judge. Yeah, okay.
I have it set on Christian, so no matter who it is, it's supposed to be Christian. You can set it on Hinge, you can set it on Christian. And I'm pretty sure I have it on Christian and conservative. So I know that. So I just kind of just match to see who likes me back type thing. And I mean, but he was like, I was looking at his stuff. He's a financial bro. He does investing full time. That's what he told me. And he's in grad school for accounting. And I'm like, wow, you're the typical annoying Charlotte average man.
So he's the typical annoying, is he? Okay. So if you knew he was annoying, why did you match with, when you saw him come up on your profile, why did you even match if he's a typical annoying? I think what she's trying to say is she is the typical annoying. Because she is just, her mind is just not, there's no logic in her mind at all. But yeah, this is the mindset of women today in the modern world.
I do not know this stereotype of Charlotte. Can you explain this to me? You said like finance bros, like
they're like guys that live or guys that like work in. So Charlotte is the #2 capital in finance. So we get a lot of people that are like financial, like at Bank of America, Wells Fargo. They're really into like money management thing, and they're very like bro. So my friends from college, we call like frat type guys, we call them bros. So they're definitely guys who've been in frats and who probably wear like colored shorts. And,
lame.
And if you're listening, that's you. No judgment. That's just not something. I'm open to whoever. I just have never I've never had a meaningful conversation or like really had a good conversation with a bro.
Why do you think this girl's never had a meaningful conversation with, any guy like this before? Why do you think that? It's pretty obvious, don't you think? Because as soon as she knew he was into finances, money management, she said he's annoying, but she carried on talking to him. Now, if this was somebody that she met in person, do you think that person would want to have a meaningful conversation with a girl like that? She's lost. She talks about traditional and yeah, she's just lost. I don't understand the mindset behind these sort of people, but she'll be the type that she'll just keep eating and she'll keep putting on weight because no man is gonna want to settle with a girl like that. Why does us meeting up have to do with money? There are so many things you can do in this world that don't involve money. I know that sounds crazy, but There is still a lot of things you can do in this world without money. Why is the focus on, who's gonna pay?
And typically the bros are like, they usually want the, if you're listening, I'm doing like the shape of the hourglass, long hair, blonde, high pitched voice, everything that I'm not. They usually want that. So that's why I was kind of surprised that he matched with me, but I was like, yeah, let's see. And then when a standard I have is the guy pays for the first date. I'm sorry, that's the standard I have. That's the standard I'm sticking with, and he unmatched. So there's
And
that.
like, it's crazy to think like he's in finance, so like he has, in theory, should have money to take you on one date.
Yeah.
Right,
Right,
you
exactly.
said unmatched when you said you gotta pay for the meal.
Exactly. And he didn't even give me if he had asked me where. Well, first of all, I wasn't going to go. After we started having the conversation, I was like, I'll just see how this goes, but I'm not going anywhere with this guy. Especially I personally, if you're listening and you're a guy, I personally hate. Yeah, let's hang out. Hang out. What is hanging out? Let's go. Let's go on a date. What is hanging out?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to go to your house at 22-year-old Mal. 19, 20, 21-year-old Mallory would have been like, oh my gosh, hang out? Sure. 26-year-old Mallory is not going to just hang out to hang out. If we have intentions. And I'm also, now that I'm older and smarter, I'm not going to go to some guy's house.
If I ask you out on a date as a woman, then yeah, I'm going to pay because I asked you out on a date. And if I decide to take you to somewhere where there's food, then I'm going to pay. But that shouldn't be the main focus. The main focus should be we are going to meet up, we're going to get to know each other, and we're going to take it from there. On a first date, I will never take a girl out and buy her food. I don't know this girl. Why am I feeding this girl? But women seem to think, that's the way forward. But unfortunately, men are not doing this anymore. That may be the traditional way, but women aren't traditional anymore. So why would a man do that? I'm not even going to play the rest of this because she's just not talking any sense and you won't get any logic from this girl. And her friend did call her out and say she was desperate, but the more you listen to the conversation, they're still backing her up, making out like the guy should have had money and, this is something that you need to watch out for. Just listen. That's all you need to do. Listen to more women speak and then you'll learn a lot more. I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.